Alright, so we have another cylinder here, and we're going to go ahead and get this on here first thing. And then we're going to go back to running the backhoe. Mike's going to help me put this on quick, and then he's going disking with the offset disc. So they warranted the cylinder, and if you recall in the last video, this one was leaking out of this port here. We thought it was a fitting. I changed the fitting with the cylinder down on that end, because the second one in from each side, well, they're all the same cylinder, but it had the same fitting on it. So we'll set this in there, and we'll get rolling here. Alright, so we've got this on there, and we're going to leave this up in the air while we are playing with the backhoe here. It looks like I got a little oil coming out of that top one. Maybe I haven't got that tight enough. But at any rate, we'll let this sit. See how it does. Alright, so here's what we have going on today. We're coming into this video a little late, or this project with the video a little late. But we've got a broken C-spring on this offset disc. We're going to try putting some seedings in today, weather permitting. They're talking maybe a rain shower today, but at any rate, it's going to be a good Sunday anyhow. We got the broken C-spring there, and we've got a loose disc, and it looks like we have an arbor that we're going to have to replace on this front one, this front right side. Another thing that we're doing is we're dropping the oil out of this tractor because it's a few hours over on an oil change. Ain't going to get any closer to the farm than it is right now. So we'll get this C-spring swapped out, get that gang rolled back into place, and then we're going to disassemble this one, get a new arbor into it. We had to put a new arbor in one of these here the other day as well. So we'll get this done, and then we will get on our way to the field and try to maybe get some seedings in the ground. Alright, so you can hear the tractor on it, so that means we have the engine oil installed already. We went ahead and swapped out that one C-spring, and we have a new arbor done installed on this gang assembly here. We do need to tighten that up a little more once we roll it into place and get the bolts, get it bolted to those C-springs there, cushion springs. Hey Nate, come down through that scraper bar. Can you get down through this side of the scraper bar? Got to be on the other side of the beam. Right where your right hand was. Right there you go. Right down through there. That one doesn't act like it's seated. There you go. A little bit at a time. Alright. Alright, so we've got this all back together. And Andrew's going to take this tractor up, unhook it, hook onto the roller. And we're thinking we might be able to get some seedings put in. It's not raining or anything yet. That's a mucho stretched bolt. You could see that from there. Yeah. All right. Well, we are gonna give it a try. We got the 8360 on the drill. Andrew's disking. Teddy's going to run roller. John, Sarah, and Mike are picking stones. We got a little rain shower that moved through here just a few minutes ago. Didn't amount to nothing. And they're talking like these little bouts of showers here for the rest of the day. I'd rather not have this drill out in this kind of weather, but as long as it doesn't downpour, we should be alright. So we'll just have to see how it goes, I guess. We've got to move to the north, and where we're going, it looks like the sun, it looks like the skies are a little brighter there. So we'll touch base with you when we get there. Well, we managed to get over here to the field, but I'm afraid that it has just about rained too much. It's just sprinkling ever so lightly right now. We're a good 10 miles away from home. I wish this grain drill wasn't outside right now, but this might be short-lived, maybe an hour and a half or so. Things will, if it stops, things will dry out rather quickly. We got Andrew running in 9620 in this new Terra Disk. And we've got a field way down in the back there that we were going to start with first. I mean, the top is just wet. The bottom here is kicking up dry. So it hasn't shut us down yet, but we don't want to keep going if it's going to drizzle. So we will see if we can do anything today, but we might have to wait till morning. Alright, so we are now into the next day. We got rained out here yesterday afternoon. Andrew was running this Terra Disk. Teddy was going to run the roller. I got over here with the grain drill, and it was raining too hard to do anything, so we parked everything up. Stone pickers were just getting back up to this field from another field that they were in, and we called it a day as far as doing field work. I worked on the corn planter for a little while. I didn't video any of that, and then here this morning we came over, went around the wheels on this tractor to make sure we didn't have any of them loosening up, checked the conditions out, and we said, you know what, maybe towards noontime, if the sun ever comes out, we'll be able to get going. So I was trying to figure out if we should get this other Terra Disk going, and they have forecasted rain here for tomorrow afternoon. So we ended up getting that tractor of Sarah's off of the chisel plow, hooked onto that Terra Disk, and now we're running both of these here. I'm going to start planting here in a few minutes. We've got a small field off to our left that Mike is now rolling right now with the roller. Andrew's going to shoot over here in a few minutes, and he's going to start running this disc, and I can get putting seeds in the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to Terra Disk everything, then we're going to run the roller over the ground before the grain drill. And then what we're going to do after we seed it, we're going to run the roller over it again. Now we do have a couple of roller arrows, but I didn't want to get one of them over here, and I just felt that all they are going to do is they are just going to pull up a lot of stone. So we were over here with picking stones. We had to back over here. There was a couple of stones that I figured I would try to get dug out, and every time I dug one out, we had 1 to 3 wagon loads of stone that we dug out of the ground. So we wasted a lot of time doing that. The the rock is just so close to the surface over here. We've got a grass mound right there up in front of Sarah. That's all rock. We've got a spot right over here to our right. You guys can't see it all that well, but I'll put the drone up here in a minute, and we'll just kind of fly you over this particular field. This is 120 acres. It lays in this one field, and it is all broke up. I mean, the shape file is unreal in here. It used to be broken up in 13 different fields. We took out all the little hedgerows that were between the fields, and every so often you'll see a random island that we're not farming. It's not because we just figure we'll just lay it there and not do anything with it. It's because it is so stony. There is a whole rock ledge right there. You got some big rocks parked over on that side, and then where we were piling the rock here is actually around that other corner over there. We had quite a few wagon loads of stone that we dumped out of the wagon. So we'll go ahead and run this until Andrew gets here. And then I'm probably blocking Sarah. She was probably going to come right down through this one spot here, but we'll keep at it. I'll try to get the drone up to let you guys see the two of these tractors working side by side. It will probably be the one and only time that I actually have any time to put the drone up to get two of these working right side by side. Now, we kind of discussed what we did in this field here as far as what we did for tillage. I think I discussed that already, but what we did is we used the offset disc in here. Mike disked it with that. That's almost considered a, well, some people will call them a plow disc, and or similar to a plow disc anyways. We use that unit, brings up a lot of dirt, and what it does is it doesn't dig any of the stones up like a chisel plow would do, or a moldboard plow. One of the first years we were over here, we had 4 moldboard plows plowing this farm, and it got ugly as far as breaking frog bolts and everything else. But we'll try to get the drone up here in a little while, get some footage of the two of these working together, and hopefully we can get some seedings put in at the same time.
Doing a burn off.
Well, I'm in 12. What do you want me to go another gear faster?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sarah's pushing me here. She wants to see what this 9620's got. She thinks she can keep right up with it with that 560, and I think she's right. She said hers tractor was doing a regen. We're running right at 9 mile an hour, 13th gear, and we don't have the throttle kicked all the way forward. We're running right around 1900 RPMs. She's hanging right with us. I don't know if I want to push another gear or not, but both of these implements are the same size, and they are both set at the same depth. that little bit of rain that we got didn't amount to much. Maybe it's like a tenth and a quarter or something like that. The problem is it was real foggy this morning, and that we didn't actually get any sun until maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I feel if that sun would have come right out when it was supposed to, we could have got on this ground a lot quicker. But we got dust rolling, and things are looking good. So we probably better get headed towards the road now. Mike should have about enough disc ahead, or rolled ahead of us, and we can get running the grain drill. And again, we'll pop that drone up here in a little whirl. Alright, so we're making our way over to the road. And this is where we dump a lot of the stone here on Saturday. There's a few wagon loads in there. But that's what this farm is made up of, is just rock. This is actually the Split Rock region right here. Split Rock is right over there to our left.